royal family, tea time, red buses. But if you were actually born in England, you'd be walking down rainy streets at 7 a.m., trusting the NHS free healthcare system, while also living in a world of 4-hour daily commutes and controversial food culture. This video will show you the real British life behind Buckingham Palace. And don't miss the last 30 seconds because tomorrow's video will surprise you. England, the heart of the British Isles, 56 million people. A union of 4 nations, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, the world's 6th largest economy, London, one of the world's financial centers. But England isn't just London. When you're born in this country, you become part of the NHS, a completely free healthcare system. From birth to death, you never pay a hospital bill, but at the same time you face university education costing £45,000 annually, expensive rental housing, and constantly rainy weather. Being born in England means living in one of the world's oldest democracies. Here, monarchy is symbolic, but parliament is real. Here, football is a religion. Pub culture is the center of social life, and class divisions still weave through society's fabric. This is where people don't complain about waiting in queues, never tire of apologizing, but remain distant towards strangers. Contradictory? Absolutely. That's England. So what do you know about England? I'd love to see your guesses in the comments. The moment you're born in England, the NHS National Health Service gives you a number, your NHS number. This number will track your health records throughout your life. Every doctor visit, vaccination, surgery, everything is tied to this number, and most importantly, completely free. You grow up in a typical British family. The average family has 1.9 children. If your mother works, the state provides 39 weeks of maternity leave, though not full pay, approximately 40%. Your father can take 2 weeks of paternity leave, though many companies offer more. Childcare in England is very expensive. Nursery fees are around £1,200, £1,500 per month, approximately £1,500, £2,000. Because of this, many families rely on grandparent support, or one parent stays home. From age 3, you start free government-provided preschool. You get 15 hours per week of free education, but if you want full-day nursery, your family pays out of pocket. At home, there's a typical British setup. Families typically live in terraced houses, attached homes, or semi-detached houses. An average home is 80 to 100 square meters. Houses are generally old, but full of character. Carpeting is everywhere, including the kitchen. The British love carpets. Food culture is controversial. Dinner is usually simple: potatoes, meat, vegetables. Fish and chips is the national dish. But most families order takeaway 1 to 2 times per week. Chinese, Indian, pizza. Remember, because you're born in England, you're automatically a British citizen. You have a British passport. Before 2020, this meant free access to the EU. Post-Brexit, there's no more free movement in the EU, but it's still a powerful passport. Your childhood revolves around parks and playgrounds. The British really emphasize children playing outside. Rain, snow, doesn't matter. Kids go outside. There's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing, they say. At ages 4 to 5, primary school starts. The British education system consists of both state schools and private schools. Private schools or public schools. Yes, confusing names. Private schools are very expensive, $15,000, $40,000 annually. Most families send their children to state schools. School days start at 9 o'clock and end at 3:30. Lunch is served in the school cafeteria, but not French quality. Usually pizza, pasta, French fries, simple food. Primary school is relaxed and play-focused. Children learn through play. But at age 11, when secondary school, middle, high school starts, the system gets strict. At 16, you take GCSE, General Certificate of Secondary Education, exams. These exams determine your future. After GCSE, you have two options: either leave school and go into vocational training or continue to sixth form, a 2-year high school program. In sixth form, you prepare for A-level exams. These exams are your ticket to university. Your social life also takes shape during your youth years. British youth love hanging out, but there isn't as much cafe culture as with the French. Usually, you meet at the park, shopping center, or friends' houses. Technology use is very high. British youth are very active on social media. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, all part of daily life. Alcohol culture is controversial. Legal drinking age is 18, but many young people start drinking from age 16. Binge drinking, excessive drinking, is a huge problem among youth. Fridays, Saturday nights, city centers are full of young people, and most are drunk. At 18, you decide about university. University in England is very expensive. Annual tuition is £9,250, approximately £12,000. 3 years of education means a total debt of £27,750. The government provides student loans, but you pay them back for years after graduation. University life in England is very social. Freshers' Week, New Student Week, is legendary. 1 week of parties, parties, parties. Universities provide student housing, but rents are high, $400, $800 per month. By the way, which country's education system do you think is better? England or another model? I'm curious. Living as an adult in England means adhering to a certain rhythm. Here's a typical day. You wake up at 7 a.m. Breakfast is simple. Usually tea, toast, eggs, sometimes beans on toast. Canned beans on toast. Yes, really. The British take tea very seriously. They drink an average of 3 to 5 cups per day. You go to work. If you live in London, you go by tube, subway, or bus. London transportation is expensive, 10 to 15 daily. Monthly subscription fee is around £150,200. If you live outside London, you probably have a car. In England, you drive on the left side. Very weird at first. The standard working week in England is 37.5 to 40 hours. Officially 5 days a week, 7.5 to 8 hours per day. But in reality, many people work more. There's an overtime culture. You get 28 days, approximately 5.5 weeks, of paid vacation annually, including public holidays. Lunch hour is very short, 30 minutes to 1 hour. Most people buy a sandwich or meal deal. Sandwich, chips, drink, total $3-4. Unlike French lunch culture, the British don't spend much time on meals. After work in the evening, you go home. Traffic can be terrible. In London, average commute time is 2 hours daily. Some people spend 3 to 4 hours per day on the road. You shop at supermarkets. Chain supermarkets in England: Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrison's, Lidl, Aldi. Prices are reasonable but higher than Europe. A loaf of bread is £1, milk £1, fruits and vegetables vary, but generally expensive. Dinner is usually between 6 and 7 p.m. The British eat early. Meals are usually simple: potatoes, meat, chicken, vegetables, or you heat up a ready meal. British cuisine isn't world famous, rightfully so. TV is very important. The British love watching TV. After 7 p.m., everyone's in front of the TV. BBC iPlayer, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all popular. Housing situation. In London, average rental apartment is £1,500 to £2,000. Outside London, £600 to £1,000. Home ownership rate is around 65%, but young people struggle to buy homes. House prices are very high. An average home costs $280,000, approximately $350,000. Weekend routine. Saturday shopping, maybe going to a pub. Sunday is Sunday roast tradition, family meal or at the pub. Sundays are considered sacred in England. Are the British cold? Yes and no. British society is very polite but distant toward strangers. The British's most well-known trait, constantly apologizing. The word sorry is in British culture's DNA. If someone bumps into you, you say, sorry. Weird but true. Queue culture is very important. The British don't complain about waiting in queues. Respecting the line is a sacred rule. If someone tries to cut the queue, it's a huge scandal. Though, of course, no one says anything loudly, they just get annoyed internally. Weather is always a conversation topic. The British love talking about the weather. Lovely weather, isn't it? Is a classic opening line. Weather is a safe way to talk with strangers. Pub culture is very important. The pub is the center of British social life. Evenings and weekends, people go to pubs, drink beer, chat. Going to the pub after work is normal routine, but British alcohol culture is problematic. Binge drinking, excessive drinking, is common. Class divisions still exist. The class system is very strong in England. Working class, middle class, upper class distinctions are clear. Your class is evident from your accent, where you live, which school you attended. Football is a religion. Football passion in England is incredible. Premier League is the world's most watched league. People do everything to support their teams. Football matches determine weekend plans. The royal family is symbolic but important. Many British people support the royal family, but younger generations are less interested. Queen Elizabeth's death in 2022 deeply affected the country. The British don't like showing emotions openly. Stiff upper lip culture, hiding emotions, appearing strong, crying, complaining is seen as weakness. Which traditions do you love most in your own culture? Are there similarities? England isn't perfect. Crime rates are rising in big cities. Knife crime, knife attacks, is a huge problem, especially in London. Some neighborhoods aren't safe at night. Cost of living is very high. Living in London especially is incredibly expensive. Rent, transportation, food, everything is very costly. Living comfortably on an average salary, £30,000 or £35,000 a year, is difficult. There's a housing crisis. Young people can't buy homes. House prices are very high, but salaries aren't rising enough. Many people live with their parents into their 30s or stay in rentals. NHS is great, but problematic. Yes, healthcare is free, but waiting times are very long. Getting an appointment with a specialist can take months. Waiting hours in emergency rooms is normal. NHS struggles with staff shortages and funding issues. Weather is depressing. Weather in England is mostly rainy, cloudy, gray. Days without sun are plentiful. This affects people's mental health. Seasonal affective disorder, seasonal depression, is common. Post-Brexit uncertainty. In 2020, England left the EU. This affected the economy, trade, travel. Going freely to EU countries is now harder. Visa rules, customs controls. Everything got more complicated. Education debt is crushing. University graduates graduate with an average debt of $45,000. This debt is automatically deducted from your salary, but you have to make payments for years. Train system is expensive and unreliable. Trains in England are very expensive and frequently delayed or cancelled. A train ticket from London to Manchester can cost £100, £200. But England also has advantages. The NHS truly provides free healthcare. From birth to death, you never pay a hospital bill. Surgeries, births, cancer treatment, everything is covered. Education quality is high. England's universities are world-renowned. Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, LSE. Strong in research and innovation. Language advantage. Being a native English speaker is a huge advantage. In global business, academia, technology, English is spoken everywhere. Cultural diversity. England is a multicultural society. Especially London is full of people from all over the world. This means rich food culture, diverse festivals, and open-mindedness. Job opportunities. England's economy is strong. Finance, technology, creative industries. Career opportunities are abundant, especially in London. History and architecture. England is full of historic sites, castles, palaces, museums, libraries. History is around every corner, plus most museums are free. Natural beauty. England's countryside is very beautiful. Lake District, Cotswolds, Yorkshire Dales, Scotland's mountains, paradise for hikers and nature lovers. Strong legal rights. In England, workers' rights, consumer rights, equality laws are strong. The legal system is transparent and fair, mostly. Art and culture. England is very rich in art, music, theater, literature, Shakespeare, the Beatles, Harry Potter. Their cultural heritage is tremendous. Let's imagine a little scenario. Let's say you were born in Manchester. You're the child of a middle-class family. Your mother is a nurse, your father a teacher. You grow up in a terraced house. Your house has a small backyard. Every Sunday, your grandparents come over and you have Sunday roast. Your school life was disciplined but friendly. You played football in the park with friends. At age 10, you became a Manchester United fan, influenced by your dad. At 16, you passed your GCSE exams and continued to sixth form. At 18, you succeeded in A-level exams and got into Leeds University. You studied business. When you moved to university, you left your family for the first time. You lived in student housing, small but fun. You had a great time during Freshers' Week, but also got very drunk, typical British experience. Throughout university, you worked part-time jobs, cafe, bar, store. When you graduated, you had 40,000 in student debt. You found your first job in London. You started at a marketing company. Your salary was 28,000, low for London. You moved into an apartment outside London with a flatmate. Your rent is $800 per month. Every morning you commute 1 hour by tube to work. Now you're 30. Your salary rose to 38,000. You're still renting because you can't afford to buy a house. You have a partner. You live together. On weekends you go to pubs, watch Netflix. Is your life perfect? No. London is expensive. Work is stressful. Weather is depressing. But you trust the NHS. You speak English. Huge advantage. And you live in a culturally rich city. That's what a life born in England looks like. So what about your life? Is it similar or different? If you were born in England, you'd have a free healthcare system like the NHS, but at the same time, you'd face high cost of living, expensive education debt, and depressing weather. Still, England is an attractive place with its strong economy, cultural diversity, and global opportunities. Speaking English as your native language is a huge advantage on the world stage. So, what do you think? Would you want to be born in England, or does another country seem more appealing? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious, which country would make you happier to live in? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. The algorithm loves this and helps us reach more people. And now big news. In tomorrow's video, we'll answer the question, what would your life be like if you were born in Palestine? Historic lands, complex political situation, resistance culture, family ties. We'll discuss everything. Don't miss that video. Which country are you more curious about? England or Palestine? Or do you want to see another country? Tell me in the comments, I'm listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Every day, a new country, a new alternative life story. See you in tomorrow's video.